Today I'm gonna talk about BladeRunner 1982 by Ridley Scott. I talked about the sequel, the second one, which came out in 2017, Blade Runner 2049. And this I the second one is better, and I like the second one maybe a tad bit better, but this one, every time I put it on, it's like a warm blanket, or like you have some whiskey and you dress up like a Humphrey Bogart type character. But I remember I saw it 2008 for the first time. I went to some sort of kind of school-ish thing with people that are, I was like 19 or 20, 19 I think. And there was a bunch of other, people at my age. And I remember this guy, he told me, you should fucking watch Blade Runner, man. And we had this basement on this school with the fucking big screen, like they have in movie theaters, and sofas and everything. And what we did before we saw that film, before I saw it for the first time, was smoke a joint. And if you've seen the film, the opening of Blade Runner 1982, with the tracks, the opening with Vangelis music and the fire that comes up from the fucking things, that blew my fucking 19-year-old mind, man. I loved the film. I loved it. Whew. But yeah, it's a film that I have I'm very nostalgic to. And at the time, in my early 20s, I lived in Bergen, and Bergen is the next biggest city in Norway. It's rainy, very Seattle. Think Seattle, only but much smaller, I guess. And it was raining all the time, and I bought whiskey, and I saw Blade Runner like a million times. And it was, like I said, like a warm blanket of. It's the universe. The universe is entirely original. There's nothing before. It's like GTA, GTA games. For people, they have sort of a monopoly on that sort of gameplay. You're driving and being a criminal, having cops after you. The games have tried to do the same thing, but people will immediately compare it to GTA. You understand? So when films kind of go over the border where it's starting to look like Blade Runner, it's a Blade Runner copy. So Blade Runner has sort of this monopoly on this world. And if you're a nerd of 4K films, I mean, even if you're not a nerd of, I'm watching the movie in 4K, and it's, the effects is still, this is a mark of a great film, that it still works to this day. Like, it came out in 1982, but today in 2026, it still fucking works. And affects the miniatures and everything. There's no CGI, of course, because it's 1980 fucking two. But it works so well in 4K. You would think that maybe 4K would be too clear, so you would see how fake everything is. But it doesn't. It looks great. And I'm watching this film with my headset. Finally, my headset has that's a whole other thing. But I finally have my headset, and I've waited to watch this film. When my fucking headset's whatever. You don't borrow people shit. you know, when people borrow things, whatever, doesn't matter. But the sound design, the that the sound, the sound design, that like the city, the worlds is so alive, and it's of course it's the visuals and the cinematography, but it's the sound design. You feel that there's a whole lot of fucking people there, and there's a lot of stories there in this film. There's a lot of stories. We're just being told this particular story, and of course Vangelis. I love Hans Zimmer. When Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wolfish, or whatever his face, made the score for Blade Runner 2049. It's good. It's good. But it's not Vangelis, man. It's not like Memories of Green is a great track. And Blade Runner Blues. Blade Runner Blues, man. You know, this and Blade Runner Blues. Magical. Stopped smoking weed, so well, stopped smoking weed and started drinking a whole lot more. But anyway, if there's one film that deserves, you buying for this occasion, it's this one. It's Blade Runner Blade Runner, the first film. God damn it! It's like English is my second language, so I'm on this like flow when I speak English, like it's no one's business. But suddenly I just stumble over words, and I'm reminded that I'm just a peasant. I'm not part of the greatest country in the world, that is the United States of America. I'm a part of a communist shit country that's called Norway. And Rutger Hauer, man, he's the soul of the film. He's the backbone of everything. What he made. Think about that role with a different actor. There's a lot of actors that could give that role the humanity it deserved, of course, but something about Rutger Hauer and the speech in the end. I see scene beach, what? Watches over Orion, blah, blah, blah. Like tears in rain. You know that one. He shortened it. The speech was different. He shortened it, and he told Ridley Scott, I want to do this differently. There's a lot of humanity in that. Yeah, great. And, the chemistry with Rachel and Deckard, Harrison Ford, and the woman, I don't remember the name of her, the same gal that is in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Amazing film. Anyway, Harrison Ford does his thing. He's good. He's good, I'll say. But he and Ridley Scott had a go. They didn't like each other during filming. I think that there was a disagreement with the whole. Harrison Ford plays the character like it's human, I guess. But in the end, spoiler, it's 400-year-old film. In the end, maybe Deckard was a replicant. Because the guy with the mustache and the hat and everything made an origami from the dream that Deckard had while playing the piano. And as Deckard told Rachel that they're implants. Her memories were just implants. And her eyes are green, therefore memories of green. The score, the track, Memories of Green are her song. Blade Runner Blues is Deckard's song. And the scene where Rachel comes to Deckard's apartment, she says, "You think I'm a replicant, don't you?" And he has a glass in his hand like I do. I'm Deckard. I do. he confronts or he answers her and says that, remember we were 5, and he talks about her memories and things. And there's a beautiful touch there. Deckard instantly regrets saying that to her. And you can see it on Harrison Ford's performance. Harrison Ford, come. Yeah, I have birthday same day as Harrison Ford, by the way. July 13th. The day Trump almost got shot in the face. Also, Patrick Stewart, Captain Picard. I don't, whatever. But yeah, but people say that, and that's why I think 2049 has the upper hand. The plot, there's like when you follow Rutger Hauer, you like don't see Deckard for a while, and when you follow Deckard, you don't see Rutger Hauer for a while. It's not really a strong plot. It's not really a mystery, because you know who. What's his face? Fuck, I forgot Rutger Hauer's name, but we know where he is, what he's up to, and. But the BladeRunner 2024 has more of a mystery behind it, and the 2024 is more solid done. It's more like it's more like this is stupid. It's the first one, the one I'm watching now is like. A bunch of young people, I don't know how young, but they maybe had more ambition than budget, and the script could have been like tweaked a bit. But again, a lightning in a bottle. They did something magnificent with the whole world of Blade Runner. So I'm fucking enjoying myself right now. I'm enjoying the fuck out of myself with Blade Runner. You know about the deleted scene? You know the scene sequence where Deckard comes to the bar / club to talk to the lady with the fucking snake. In the script, there was a scene where there was some. I remembered it as being kind of like a hologram of a woman dancing. I might be wrong, but I remember it was epic in the script. And I've always thought about that scene because they didn't have the budget for it, right? So they had to cut it. But when he is at that bar, there's no sound in the background, and it's looking that way, and that was meant for them to cut to this sequence. And that sequence would have made it kind of more like Blade Runner 2049 is. The whole joy thing, the hologram, and Blade Runner 2049 could have cut so much. They say it's a boring film, but they are, I guess, I'm sorry, but they are boring people if they say it's a boring film. Go suck Christopher Nolan's dick instead. But I'm starting to, okay, fuck. But yeah, so Denis Villeneuve, who made the second one, he the scene where I love that in the second one where it just Chaos is looking at this picture of the tree, where Rachel was buried down under, and the camera goes like this. You hear her just this noise, and the camera goes like this. And it's if you think about it, it's such a simple fucking scene. But Denis Villeneuve just does so much with it. It just shows us the world, and same does this movie, the first one. but they didn't have the means and the budget for it. So I would love to see Ridley Scott, the cranky asshole that he is, just make a 435 final cut. All the. I won't go into the whole how many cuts there are. Everybody knows that there's a million cuts, and I can just say this like there's this infamous cut where Harrison Ford has a voiceover and he didn't want to have the voiceover, so he did it in protest, so he did it very bad, but they used it anyway. We all heard this, so I'm not going to talk more about that. What I do want to talk about is Jesus Christ. That's a portrait of my father, by the way. I have to promote myself as an artist, and these stupid fucking videos, because nobody likes art anymore, I guess. I don't know. That's a portrait. Anyway, the rape scene. Everybody's talking about the rape scene where Deckard is kind of too, on her. The scene with the sex scene when it starts. I guess it's because the chemistry between the two aren't that great. And it seems like it's but for me, I know what the director wants to do with the scene, what the intention were, so I'm okay with it. But if you see it out of context, how he, we all have had sex, right? Except for Geeks and Gamers. So everybody else from Geeks and Gamers have had sex. So there are, in certain environments, that's, I can be dominant and she can be dominant, and that's how that works. But I guess it's the chemistry that makes the scene kind of, and also it feels a bit fast, kind of. Like, oh, they're fucking right now, they're fucking that early. All right. But yeah, the intention, I get the intention, and that's okay enough. A critical drinker is great loving things, boy. And the robots from, when fucking the gal from Kill Bill, the autistic gal, fuck, I don't remember her name, but she's like a sex bot in BladeRunner, right? So you have the BladeRunner blues where Deckard drinks whiskey and he looks out of the balcony and you see this beautiful matte painting of the whole street, and it cuts through this prostitute walking by herself. She's a sex bot, we know that, and she meets this fucker from Deadwood, this guy who has he's 20 something and has a fucked up older face. Just and we are a lot of then we don't see Deckard for a while, so that's the story's a bit messy, it's a bit uneven, but we are watching the film because of the fucking universe, right? Because of the fucking it feels so alive. Also in this scene, and when she comes up to his apartment, you see these little people. Can I just say that you Americans call them little people? I think doesn't that sound worse? Like little people? I'm a tall guy, so for me, 90% of the population is little people. It's like looking down at you. That's another thing. But they have cast little people or children, I don't know, but put them on some robot fucking things, so they look like robots, toys, because he collects toys. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I just want to say that it's pretty fucking cool, man. Cool. It's cool. It's pretty fucking cool. So then we have the ending. Is Deckard a replicant? We all know the story. That the special super duper edition that came out in 2007, I believe, something like that, or 6. he put in this white horse, this white horse with a fucking horn. I think it's from Lead, Legion. No, you know the Tom Cruise one, where Tom Cruise is terrible, and Tim Curry is amazing. You know, I saw that with the ladies at one point in my life. That was one of the greatest fucks of my life because the movie was so boring. But hey, great sex though. Unlike Geeks and Gamers, he has never, ever have experienced something. And I'll stop. All right, so we have the different cuts and the difference, the arguments between Harrison Ford and Ridley Scott. Is he a replicant? Is he not? I think the sequel does it beautifully in a way. A couple of lines in the dialogue between Jared Leto and Harrison Ford in the scene where Roger Deakins shines with the light that goes around like that. And they hint at it that it maybe is, but what the sequel does so great is it doesn't matter really if he is or not. Oh, fuck! The phone almost fell down, like the right-wing movie critics nowadays almost just fell down and died, like the quartering. Anyway, so for me, it's like it doesn't matter. I sort of believe him to be Deckard, to be human. But you know, it's an interesting conversation, and yeah, I think that's it, people. I think that's it. So, if you don't have a giant stick up your ass like little baby boy Geeks and Gamers, leave a like button. If you like these sort of, I wouldn't call them movie reviews. I kind of hate the movie review thing. But conversations, like I'm talking to you like you are in, you know, right in front of me. But like I had a friend that we are friends and we talk like friends. Not that Geeks and Gamers would know anything about that because he has no friends, but sorry, I just fucking hate those people. I fucking hate those people so much, and you can, whiskey and BladeRunner, fuck it. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. There's something else I was, thinking about. Yeah, I was thinking about how I enjoy having sexual relations with women, and how it must be for Geeks and Gamers to not have that experience. Anyway, I'm sorry. He's a good boy. He's a good little boy. Anyway, if you like this sort of thing, please leave a like button and subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah, bye. I want to say to Geeks and Gamers that I'm sorry. We shouldn't make fun of the fact that you're a virgin. I know. I was a virgin at one point in my life, and I wanted to have sex. But I did, though. But, for you, it's kind of difficult. But if there's someone who likes this more, actual fucking alcoholic who is above average intelligence, allegedly, if you like personality, and no grift, and no posing, and no crying like Geeks and Gamers does, he's always crying. If you like this sort of thing, or if you don't, call me pathetic. Call me, if you are deep inside, like if you're sucking Geeks and Gamers. if you're licking Geeks and Gamers pussy or sucking, what's his face? Critical Drinker. Or if you're fans of those people, come at me. Come to this channel and tell me how much of a fucking shit I am. Terrible I am. But you can't call me fake. You can't call me stupid. And you can't call me a fucking, other version of stupid. I don't know. Fucking bottle of whiskey or washing. But really, seriously, we have to stop these people, these grifters, these fuckwads, know nothing about films. I want to start a community of people who knows about films. I want to talk about them. Okay? Bye. Again, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to be cancelled immediately because I'm so sorry, people. Making fun of Geeks and Gamers' virginity, making fun of the fact that he can't get laid because he, is the way that he is. That's bullying. We can't. Please, people, please. I'm serious. All right, I'm serious now. Do not bully Geeks and Gamers because he's an unattractive little orc. Don't do that. He has value, and he's not a complete fucking moron who doesn't know anything about anything. He's an attractive, tall man who gets laid all the time. So leave a like if you